Welcome in, everyone. This is going to be a special one we've been looking forward to here, and it came together pretty quickly, but something that is going to be really, really good for our Summit members here, and we're so lucky and happy to have Amos Lee joining us here for a Wayside Furniture Blind & Sons Studio C session, longtime favorite singer-songwriter in our world of music, and touring behind the forthcoming 11th album, Transmissions. That's out August 9th via 30 Tigers, and in concert tonight, July 5th, 2024 at House of Blues in Cleveland. Amos Lee, welcome to Akron, welcome to Studio C, welcome to the Summit FM.
Wow, that was impressive. A lot of words.
It's what I do on the air and radio. But no, thank you for coming, thank you for being here, and it's so good to have you. I do believe you have been here before at our old location, maybe, 10 years ago or so. That's ancient history at this point. You're here now in our beautiful new facilities, which are now 5 years old, not so new anymore. But happy to have you here. And why don't we start off with a song? What do you have for us first here?
Cool, yeah, I'll play the Hold On Tight that you guys have been playing. Green light. I don't think I woke up looking for a fight. We all know that the ocean tides will rise. We all know that the ocean tides will rise. All we have is each other. All we have in this long cold night. All we have is each other. Hold on tight, yeah. Bend your wheel. Deep inside your soul, your soldiers looking for a kill. Flag fly away like a dollar bill. Time is just a hobo and it won't stay still. It never will. All we have is each other. All we have in this dying life. All we have is each other. Hold on tight, yeah. Come on, come on, come on. You're always rolling lonely now. Come on, come on, come on. You're always stoned and rolling lonely, rolling lonely. All we have is each other. All we have in this dying life. All we have is each other. Hold on tight, yes. Hold on.
Amos Lee joining us for a Wayside Furniture Blind & Son Studio C session here at the Summit FM. I don't think I've ever seen this room so full in quite some time. There are a lot of Summit members in here, and a hotly anticipated session for sure. The new album, his 11th full-length titled Transmissions, is out August 9th via 30 Tigers, and a big concert tonight, July 5th, 2024 at House of Blues in Cleveland. Amos, thanks again for being here. There's a lot of your fans in attendance here, including a special friend of mine who literally named her dog after you.
Oh.
It's true. Lynn, say hello. There she is.
Hello. Nice to
yes.
meet you.
But yeah, we have a lot of big fans of yours here in attendance, and I'm one as well. I mean, what I've really liked most about your music, just how grounded it is. It's just all very relatable to anyone, which, they might not even realize at the time, but the more that, that they listen, those themes can be picked up and, but just, on how universal, the nature is of some of these songs to, I don't know, just human, just life, you know what I mean? So with this upcoming album, was there a lot of existential topics that you chose to delve into on this record?
Yeah, midlife crisis stuff is what I call it. But it's also coupled with the fact that we are living in really complicated times. The human history has been somewhat simple as far as like existential threats until pretty recently, and now we have a lot of stuff going on. It's like, okay, well, what are we going to do about that? We don't really know. We're working through some stuff, and hopefully we catch up to it before it catches up to us, but it's hard to say. So yeah, of course, I've been thinking about some stuff.
I get that. I mean, there's a vulnerability in your songwriting that's it's pretty special about what you do. I mean, you and I are both the same age, 47 years old. I was born November of 76. You're June of 77. Happy recent birthday to you. And part of that was just a really cool memory that I had with you, where myself and Brad Savage here at the radio station. Every year we go to the non-com radio conference in Philadelphia at WXPN, and at that particular year that we were there, it was May 18th, 2018, you came to the radio station during non-com, just sort of unannounced, and you gathered some of us radio folks into one of their side on-air recording studios, and you played for us songs from your album at the time, My New Moon, which is about to come out, and it was pretty special. I mean, you were playing these songs and kind of setting them up and explaining them to us, and it was really an intimate thing where you're just basically, I don't know, you were just telling us all about this stuff, and you were there to do that for us, but it felt so personal that it was almost like we were eavesdropping at the same time. And that's just something that, I remember vividly about a past encounter with you that was very, very good. But, yeah, I mean, it's I don't know, it's just really special. The shared experiences that you write about, like mental health, aging parents, family, life at our age, as fellow Xennials. I don't know. That's just
X,
something.
Man. I'm just X.
Gen X. We'll just go with that.
X. I'm not even millennial, dude. I'm straight X, bro.
Well, there's a song that I wanted to ask you about in particular, and that is a new one called "Beautiful Day." And there's sort of a self-acceptance, I guess, that comes along with the background of that, where you have said, quote, "Just because you feel pain or feel fear doesn't mean that you have to be incapacitated by it," end quote. And I thought that was pretty powerful. And yeah, I mean, your thoughts on that song and how it came to be.
Well, I mean, it's not unusual for me to wake up, like the first lyric is, woke up this morning with a bear inside my brain, scratching in a claw and trying to get out of his cage. And that's very, typical for me in the morning. I know we all feel that way. A lot of people are like, don't talk to me before coffee. But it's a little bit more intense when you have this, hypervigilance, or you have, a serious anxiety stuff that goes on. Right. When I wake up a lot of days, I'm just on fire. My body is I feel like I'm in an elevator that's going up and down, up and down, up and down. And I have to do a lot of things to just get normal, to get to where a lot of people, I think, maybe are starting. And for a lot of my life, I didn't understand what that was, especially when I was younger, because we're Xennials or whatever you're calling us. I'm just Generation X, but in the 90s, when I really started to feel the intense anxiety stuff. A lot of people, the language has changed so much. The younger generation now has all the terminology. They're probably a little bit overdiagnosed, but in our time, we didn't even know what really anxiety was.
Right,
you know,
right.
it
That's
wasn't
true.
a thing that the generation before us really thought about. You just kept going forward. Like my mom is a bulldozer. She'll just go forward. Mm-hmm. She doesn't really think about anything else. And that's not because she doesn't care. It's because she can't think about anything else. She has to get through the day. I was raised by her. It was just me and her. You don't have a lot of time to consider, like, your existential crisis when you're moving forward like she does. But in the 90s, when it started to really get bad for me, I didn't even know what it was, right? I just was like, I feel terrible all the time, every single moment of the day. And like panic attacks are, I don't know if anybody else here has had panic attacks before. They suck. And now we know kind of what to call them. But then I was just like, I'm dying and going crazy at the same time. This is really, really not great for me. But over the years, I've really come to terms with just accepting it. Like,
right.
Not that it can't be solved or that none of our problems can be solved, but I kind of think of it like a chronic illness or something like diabetes or something where you just manage it, you know? So that's kind of the truth of the matter is, for me, like, the anxiety and the depression are never going away. They're just not, unless something miraculous happens. And I'm just accepting it and kind of wanting to move forward and be kind and not take out my stuff on other people. You're not live, right?
No,
I'm
we're
not going to get your license taken away at this lovely community learning center.
No, but I appreciate your thoughts on that. I mean, you know, mental health has come a long way in the last even just decade, and yeah, I appreciate you speaking to that a little bit. And
well, I don't want people to feel alone in it. That's the whole thing.
Right.
Like, I always felt very alone in it, and I still kind of do. But if like anybody out here is going through that, just like, you're not alone. It's like insomnia. You feel so alone when you can't sleep, and you feel so alone when you're in your depressive states or your anxious states, and like, you're just not. And so that's the beauty of music, is that I get to kind of reach out through this medium and try to help other people, because music has helped me so much. So anyway,
well
this
said,
is it.
indeed. Well said. Amos Lee joining us here for a Wayside Furniture Blended Sun Studio C session, touring behind the forthcoming 11th album titled Transmissions, which is out August 9th via 30 Tigers, and in concert tonight, July 5th, 2024 at House of Blues in Cleveland. Amos, I'm wondering if you could play that song for us. Beautiful day for our Summit members.
Woke up this morning with a bear inside my brain, scratching in a claw and trying to get out of his cage. There ain't no taming it, there ain't no blaming it for its animal ways. I let him out to play. It's a beautiful day, beautiful day. So many days that I've been stuck out in the fall, bound and getting on, but I'm still trying to get along. She says to me she sees the sadness in my eyes. I was trying to hide it while I waited for the worst of it to fade. It's a beautiful day, beautiful day, yeah. Beautiful day, beautiful day. You can cry all night, baby, you ain't got to explain, 'cause I won't be the one who will define you by your pain. All night long, the tractor trailers right along my walls. Woofing in a puffin', hustling overnight haul. Used to be furious, but I got used to it, just like a sailor does to waves. Kinda glad I stayed. It's a beautiful day, beautiful day, beautiful day, beautiful day.
Thanks.
Amos Lee here at the Summit FM for another Wayside Furniture Blend & Son Studio C session, a room full of Summit members today. A hotly anticipated one as this came together, and touring behind the forthcoming album, Transmissions, comes out August 9th via 30 Tigers. In concert tonight as well, July 5th, 2024 at House of Blues, Cleveland. Amos, when it came to make this record, you intentionally chose to do this in a very organic manner by convening, not via Zoom or via Skype or sending songs and bits back and forth via email, but not even a normal studio, but you did this in a pretty special place. Where did this take place and why there?
There's a studio in upstate New York called The Falcon, and it's run by actually the guy who's in my band, a really sweet guy. I think he's like 28 or 29. He's a young guy. And he and his dad built this beautiful studio from reclaimed wood from an old church in the area, and they just built it, just the two of them, with their own bare hands, and wired it. And it's just a really magical, beautiful place. His dad passed away a couple of years ago, and I wanted to go up there and honor that thing, a father and son building a thing and building a dream together, even though his dad passed away. I wanted to go up there and bring some light into it and bring some love into it, because I know that's what it was built with. So we went in, and just a bunch of us sat around for 5 days and ordered 5 guys and made a bunch of music.
And you produced this album as well, I guess. Was there a particular mindset that you had going into making this?
I produced it, quote unquote, but really it was a collaborative effort. Yeah. I mean, everybody really produced it because it was just an open idea for them. It wasn't like, hey, this is how it's going to go. I wasn't Quincy Jones or something. I just went in there with these songs and let the best idea win. And a lot of the people who played with me really had great ideas. They're all producers in their own right. Like, I'm always skeptical of someone who calls themselves a producer, because it's always really about the room and the ideas. I mean, some people are that way, like maybe Prince was that way. Folks like that, maybe. But most of the time, I think it's just a collaborative effort. But yeah, it's a beautiful studio. If y'all ever want to go up and make a record in upstate New York, you should go to the Falcon. There's also a venue across the street that you can play at after you make your record. So you could do all of that. Hey, I just want to say, too, thank you so much, everybody in this room, for supporting local radio. It's a beautiful thing, and it's really sweet that you do that.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Very kind of you to say that, Amos. Thank you. Well, within the last couple of years also, you've recorded a couple tribute albums. In 2022, honoring Chet Baker, and then last year honoring Lucinda Williams. And you have, obviously, a very special reverence for Lucinda in particular. You've referred to her as your, quote, songwriting hero and spiritual guide, end quote. And so, obviously an extensive influence for you. Was there any specific discernment in what drew you to make that Lucinda Covers LP?
I ran into Lucinda a couple years ago. She had a award she received called the Troubadour Award, which is a big songwriting award. I think BMI gives it out. And she asked me to play a song. And Lucinda writes a lot of stuff about real stuff. Yeah. And I really love that. She doesn't really care. You know, like she doesn't care. She's just going to write about what she's writing about. She's not chasing choruses and hooks and views and likes. She's just not doing that. She's writing like eight or nine verse figures of just emotional release. And I love her for that. And she's an authentic, kind, just wonderful person who is kind to me. In the music industry, it's kind of few and far between the people who will reach out to you and actually give you some love. It's oftentimes like kind of weird because we're all kind of weird. And she's definitely kind of weird, but maybe she and I have the same kind of radar for weirdness. But she was super nice to me. And after I did that, this is a long story. You asked me questions and I have a lot to say about them, but
that's what we're here for, to hear your story.
Yeah, I was in St. Louis, and a friend of mine named Britt Lauer, she's an actor, and she's also a musician, and she was in a circus. And she had a trailer behind the circus, because, you know, when you're in the circus, you live at the circus. That's the deal. And she had a trailer behind the circus, and she invited me and my buddy back, and we played Lucinda songs, and she played Fruits of My Labor on her ukulele. And it was really the first time that I understood how sensual that song was and how sensual the lyrics are.
One of my favorites.
Because Lucinda's kind of like, she wants to rock, you know what I mean? But underneath of all that, there's this just extreme, like, vulnerability and softness and tenderness.
Yeah.
Well, it's also just sexy as hell. Like, all of the, like, the natural stuff. Like, she has such a connection to, like, fruits, not just because of the song title, but the scents and the smells of flowers and fruits, I think, are something that really draws her as a writer.
Right.
Probably for a lot of reasons, because fruit can be like songs. Like, you have to get it in season, and then it goes away. But she's just a beautiful person, and I was just sitting at home singing her songs, and I had a way to record them, so I was like, well, I might as well do it. And then it became a record. That was more of like a, hey, what the hell kind of thing.
Spontaneous, yeah.
Yeah, but the songs are so beautiful, and I wanted her to know that I loved her, and, you know, that's sometimes the only way you can tell people.
Well, I think that's wonderful that you did that, and it was just a really, really nice gesture towards, obviously, a songwriting idol of yours, and fantastic versions of those too, and I couldn't agree more. Fruits of My Labor is one of my favorites from her. So descriptive. There's an underlying sense of pain, and it's just amazing. It's one of my favorites. Amos Lee joining us here, a room full of Summit members, another Wayside Furniture Blind & Son Studio C session. Big concert tonight, July 5th, 2024 at House of Blues in Cleveland. And the new album, titled Transmissions, is out August 9th on your own record label, Hoagie Mouth Records, which you are sporting a nice hoodie of, and a giant sandwich there. That's going to be coming out here later this summer.
It's a hoagie.
It's a hoagie.
It's not a sandwich.
Not a sandwich. Hoagie. It's a hoagie. Well, and again, joining us here in Akron at the Summit FM for Summit members, and I understand you have a special surprise song that you have for us.
What do you call hoagies here? Do you call them, what do you call them, subs or something? Heroes?
Sub sandwiches, yeah.
We need to change that. Hoagie is just a better word.
I'm with you.
Just consider it next time.
We'll discuss it. We'll take it into consideration.
See if you can change it. Can I get a tiny bit more light? So I wrote this song a bunch of years ago. This is a special song. This is a song about Akron. Well, kind of about Akron. But I wrote this song in, I think it was maybe 2015. I've never played it, and I've never recorded it. So
a world premiere debut?
Yeah, it is. You're getting a world premiere debut, whatever they call it. So you might hate it, and that's okay, because I'm writing a song sort of about something that's a little weird, I think, around here, but I would take my sunglasses off, but I can't see without them because I woke up today and I couldn't find my glasses. That's the next version of Beautiful Day that I'm going to write.
In a rubber city, a Savior was born. Heal all our hearts and so long had been torn. Brought back the hope, taken away. We thought since he's born here, here's where he stayed. Long live the King, God bless his name. He left our wounds open and our city in flames. I wasn't surprised as we watched it unfold in those swampland alleys, the streets lined with gold. We had a bond and our blood runs the same. We thought through his glory we could stake our claim. Long live the King, God bless his name. He left our wounds open and our city in flames. We've all watched him closely as he set forth his reign. I guess in some ways we're just used to the pain. In the corner of your eye, we know you still see our shadow army that longs to be free. Long live the King, God bless his name. If he should return to our city again, long live the King, God bless his name. If he should return to our city again.
That's my song about LeBron James.
I had a feeling that might be what that was about. Timing, 2015, LeBron James returning to the Cleveland Cavaliers. That was really cool. Amos Lee here for a Wayside Furniture Blend & Son Studio C session for Summit members. Again, this one came together pretty quickly. Sometimes they do. And we recognize that you have a busy touring schedule. You don't need to come do these things, but your kind words about radio is why we love having terrific artists like yourself here. And we thank you very much for your time and your energy and your willingness to come be with us today. So, Amos Lee.
Also, thanks to everybody who made time during the day to come out. You are the best and the hardest core music fans, so thank you guys so much. I'm happy to just play another tune for you guys if you want.
Any requests? Any requests?
Yeah. Windows are rolled down. I'll do it for you. And then I'm going to go put the windows rolled down and go back to Cleveland so I can play a show. Hopefully you can make it out tonight. I got some dear friends coming up from Kent and just Ohio, y'all. What's up?
Woo!
Look up, child, the world is born. Shoes untied and your soles are worn. Windows are rolled down. Sun is setting high. Windows are rolled down. I'm fixing companion fear. Oh, this rocky road and this steering wheel. Who do you call to ease your pain? Oh, for you to get through this rain. Windows are rolled down, moon is hanging low, windows are rolled down. I think it's time for me to go. Hey, is it what you dream to be? Are you locked up in this fantasy? Oh, this mind's that had torn us apart. Oh, my newfound faith in my broken heart. Windows are rolled down, the sun is rising high, yeah. Windows are rolled down, yeah. Feel that wind rushing by, yeah. Windows roll down.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Amos Lee, everyone. Amos Lee, everyone. That was fantastic. Thanks again for coming in. And looking forward to the big show tonight, July 5th, 2024 at House of Blues in Cleveland.